Alright.
Say
Wait, what? You gonna say a comment there, Lamb?
I was going to say alphabetically, but then it's like, well, I don't know if that really works in tabletop.
I mean...
Since Marcus is under a different name.
Marcus would have came after you if it was alphabetically going based on tabletop names.
Yeah.
Regardless, last time we did the planes test for Unan, Taurus, and fuck, Jared's character's name, Sandeep, and that's about it, wasn't it?
I think so. I think
Interactions
Jared had his melee riding.
Oh yeah, for the end of day 5. That's right.
And we set up the horse situation mostly. I just gotta bring mine over.
And then Marcus DC'd.
Oops.
Bye, Marcus.
Thank you, Luke.
Luke's supposed to.
I got a host.
What?
I got a host. That's why. I think he just likes to give
one hand
plays.
clapping. Cal posted me. Thanks, Cal. This is the sound of one hand clapping. Hope you heard it.
Yeah, damn it.
So apparently GDQ is going at the moment.
Yeah!
Oh, nice.
And TwitchCon, and a FurCon right next to TwitchCon, so that's awkward. Don't ask how I know that.
I only bring that up because apparently I was initially hosting GDQ before I changed it over.
Yeah.
And Tate, we don't have to ask. We already know.
Listen, I've been following people at TwitchCon and they've been posting some fuzzy pictures.
Anywho, who won the planes contest? That was Noah, right?
Yeah.
And he was going to fill out some paperwork to actually join the guild, which I believe is what we had left off with.
I think so, yeah.
Anybody recollect it differently?
I don't recollect much, so.
Well, Unan and Sandeep were leaving to go to their next test, or actually Sandeep was roaming?
I don't remember actually leaving the building.
I don't either. That's why I'm like, wait, why is he on the road?
Yeah, Sandeep was going to his next one, which is somewhere off to the right.
Okay, but Sandeep doesn't actually have a next one based on the list I have.
Okay, maybe I do remember leaving. I was gonna, like, grab a snack at the bar and then check around for places to either buy or build a wagon.
That's what it was. He was on his wagon quest. And
That's
me
it.
and Tate, our characters were off for our next test. And then Noah stayed behind to talk about joining the guild.
I remember now, mostly. It's been a long fucking day.
Hello?
Ah.
Everyone died.
Hello?
I guess we'll go with Taurus for the moment to continue with the paperwork really quick.
Okay, so what are the rules and what exactly do I have to sign? Wait, no, we went over the rules and everything.
Yeah, and what they provide and whatnot. I believe he just handed you the paperwork for you to sign and whatnot to actually be part of the Thunder Eagles Adventurers Guild.
Yep. Gonna read over it and sign as I go.
Anything you're looking for in particular in the, probably a 2-page contract?
Like big things that can get you in a lot of trouble to try and avoid.
Well, the biggest clause in the contract that you see is don't be a dick to the guild. In essence, don't be a dick to the guild.
It'd be great if that was exactly how it was phrased.
I'm paraphrasing,
Got
because
it.
I don't feel like speaking legalese.
Don't
Oh,
find
please.
something that's been alchemically transformed that will revert back into a pile of shit in 2 days and say, hey, I found something special here.
I mean, it might be special. Who knows?
And if that's all, go through, sign, and walk back to the guy who gave it to me. I think I'm done with the paperwork. Do you need to look over it?
We'll look over it later. You kind of glances through it really quick just to make sure you actually signed it in the one spot that it needs signing. If you have any questions about the contract or whatever you want to leave, you know, just let us know, or someone at the front desk. Oh, wait. You probably haven't seen the front desk, have you?
No, I've just seen the door of many portals and illusions.
Uh-huh. The wall that was behind that sign, since I don't believe we have anything else special going on for events, that wall was actually fake, so that'll be gone. There's a desk behind that. You could have actually walked through it beforehand, but you had to know.
No one thinks to walk through a door that they don't see.
No one thinks to walk through a wall.
A wall can be a door.
I have several characters who would disagree.
So we'll check it really quick to actually make sure that there's nothing else going on at the Adventurers Guild. There was not. Okay. At least nothing public.
Oh my.
Oh, and before you leave, if you want to tour the place, feel free to actually head up and talk to the person at the desk. I have some other business to attend to.
Okay, I'll be seeing you. And I'll head up to the desk to ask about a tour.
As you walk away, he suddenly disappears in a puff of smoke.
They really like their illusions and stuff here.
Do you say that to the person at the desk?
No, I'm just thinking that.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna be joining the guild soon. Buddy told me that I should probably get a tour of the place.
Specifically said if you wanted a tour of the place.
I mean, I probably should get a tour of the place if I'm gonna be doing business with them.
Well, as you head towards the desk, you do notice signs pointing to where shit is in the building.
What do the signs say?
One of the signs says item warehouse. Ow. Cracked my shoulder. Another one says exit. Another one says basement warehouse. The other one says to desk. Some of the room doors are labeled as various offices.
So this mainly functions as a center for all of the items and communications. Seems about right for a guild. Probably don't need much of a tour until they need something. I'll probably head out at that.
Okay. I didn't want to actually give you a tour, by the way, because my god, I don't want to be like, this room is this
Yeah,
room, and this room is this room. Fuck.
I started to get that kind of feeling from you.
This is the common shit room. This is the uncommon shit room.
And this is where we keep all our gold.
That is not labeled, actually. That is the one sign Noah would not have seen. There is no treasury label.
I mean, that makes sense. It's probably behind an illusionary door.
Anyway,
But, as exiting, I'm going to start heading towards the post office for the next event.
for the nobility test, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Okay. Kaz, Athos, and Unan. You guys talking as you guys head over?
Yes. Well, I don't want to get into the mental space of my competition, so Kaz is just gonna stick to light conversation. Like, I hope your adventures went well, Unan. Like, I took
They
a
all
thing
fell
to.
over.
I do have a thing to speak to you about, if you do not mind, after the competition.
Sure. Is it something big that has to wait?
Oh, yes, quite. I don't want to impair your judgment during the competition, after all.
Fair enough. I don't really have much else to add to it until we get to the place. Unan's reminiscing about home due to seeing the positive energy plane.
Aw,
Alright. Well,
adorable.
was Cardum doing anything in the morning then? What was Cardum doing?
He's over at the Thieves Guild.
Oh yeah, he was into the disabled device.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Have you headed down the ladder yet, or were you just standing outside at the moment?
I'm assuming it's open?
Hatch, yes.
Yeah, I'll just be heading down.
And no, Steve Rod does not actually exist right there.
I figured you would have said something if it were.
He's also not in that tree, but I'm just putting him there because I can.
Or did Steve the Rat roll another 50?
He doesn't need to roll a 50, he needs to roll a 2, and I probably couldn't sense him.
Just for the lulz.
Is it above 30?
I mean, if he rolled a 1, it would be exactly 30.
Yeah, so it is literally impossible for me to ever find him.
He got a 41, by the way.
Although, granted, we are level 1, so the fact that...
You can't sense a level 15 thief?
And the
Sorry,
fact that I
bro.
can... that I almost have a 5% chance of finding him is pretty good.
Yeah, that's me being nice. If you roll it at 20, regardless of how big the difference is, I'll let it pass because roleplay bits.
Well, I mean, and if I roll a 20, that is a 29.
Yes.
Like, I have... Yeah, that is a +9.
Also, Tate, the highest Stever I can get is a 49 on a stealth check.
Jesus. He has +29 stealth.
Jesus.
Yes, yes, he does.
Sweet shit.
15 in ranks, 4 from miscellaneous, 3 from the default, and 8 from movies.
Nice.
His dex score is 26, if you're wondering. Space of 20 with a 6 enhancement because of items. Yeah, he's not
He's
going
a sneaky
anywhere.
little bastard.
Anyway, you've headed down the ladder.
Yes.
Go ahead and move your character piece over there, underneath the pink cherry blossom tree. You know, saying a pink cherry blossom tree just sounds like too many syllables.
I also think it's redundant. I don't know.
Pink cherry? No, because when I say cherry, well, what I mean, cherry to me means red, not pink.
Yeah, but usually a cherry blossom is pink.
Who cares? It's pink. Saying pink, damn it. Fuck it, sakura tree.
Nerd.
Sasuke!
Yeah, but you knew what he meant.
He has a point, Lamb.
I
didn't make.
I studied Japanese for 2 years, so if I didn't understand what he meant, that would be really depressing.
Oh, name wa desu ka?
Tate, you just made fucking noises and I couldn't understand what the fuck any of it was.
All I heard was Deska.
Yeah.
Oh, name wa nan desu ka?
A, you're saying that wrong. And B, ugh.
I'm with Lamb.
Huh?
I'm with Lamb on that. Anywho. Shit. I was about to call you Lamb instead of Carnum. Carnum went down the ladder. Right, I guess you are Lamb, but Carnum went down the ladder. And in the main Thief Guild room as before, where the disguise tables were laid out, along with whatever fucking else test was here. I don't remember off the top of my head right this second. Is a bunch of tables. Surprise, surprise. With various traps and other devices on them, including miniature doors. And yes, they have padlocks on them.
Do we have a tiny Steve Rat statue with a lock on it?
Yes, actually.
Yep.
It's actually,
the one in your
in
bag.
it's actually in a trophy case, and this statuette is made of gold, as far as you can tell.
If you can pick that lock, you win automatically. It's a golden snitch.
Alright. Is anyone present, or am I the only one in the room at this point?
There are some other people present.
Alright, so I assume we're waiting for an announcement. So yeah, I assume there are several familiar faces in the crowd. Like from the pickpocket event and the reception event. I think those are the two I did, right?
There are a few.
Yeah.
And did you also do disguise? No, you did something else.
No,
like that.
I didn't
That's right.
do I didn't do disguise, no.
You talked about it at one point, but decided not to.
I considered it, but then there were two other ones where it's like, actually, I would go run and do those. I think. Full list of
I was
events.
planning on doing disguise, but I was asleep.
Oh yeah. Well, some more people enter the Thieves Guild, and after it seems everyone has stopped, a loud shut can be heard from above, from presumably the trapdoor. Do you turn around?
Oh, sure.
As you hesitate for a moment to turn around, you notice other people have turned around at this point and are looking, and as you turn around, you see Steve Rat coming down the ladder. No comment to yourself or anything?
No.
Okay. Move it on.
I mean, I assume he has to get here along with everyone else. Might have gone rounding up someone else. He's done that with me like 2-3 times now.
Steve Rat, if he wanted to round someone up, wouldn't actually just talk to them and try to convince them. He would just take them.
I mean,
You work mine now.
he might have plus 29 to stealth, but I don't think he has a very high strength score. I don't think he could just carry them.
His strength is 18.
Jesus, never mind. But yeah, at this point, I'm just waiting for the start of the event.
Alright, well, Steve Rat gets down to the bottom of the ladder, with everyone looking at him. He announces at the beginning of the test to everyone, saying, "Welcome, everyone, to the Trap Disarming Test." That's what I named it. Hopefully you all have brought your best today to disable the traps that we have lying around here. These are just mechanical traps that you will find out in the wild, for whatever purpose you may be doing, of course. And the goal for this challenge, this test, is to unlock as many as you can in, let's say, half an hour.
Is there like an order we're supposed to be unlocking them in? Like ramping difficulty, or do we just start somewhere and keep going?
You can start somewhere and keep going if you want, or, you know, just kind of stop.
Is it on a points basis or just on a quantity basis?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Clarify your question?
So, is it like, okay, I unlocked the fucking thing with the golden Steve Rat, is that like an amount of points, or is it just, okay, you've unlocked one thing?
Okay, yeah, so kind of both. There are some things that are worth more than a single point, but Steve Rat, well, it does not explain this. On, like, which is worth more or anything, it's just, you need to unlock as many as you can.
Gotcha. Start as far down the ladder as I can and work my way up. I don't mean I'm leaving, by the way.
I figured as much.
It's like, And then it took me a second to realize, wait, I took a ladder to get in here. I should probably clarify that I'm not fucking leaving immediately. I've made a big mistake, I am out.
But yeah, upon actually answer your question, Steve Rod announces that the test shall begin.
Alright.
Liam, you're going to roll me some stuff. However, give me a second to make a list.
Keep.
Or at least find a list of, like, locks and shit.
A list of locks and DCs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why are you... Weird. I'm trying to figure out what the hell my lift height is right now, because for some reason it's as low as it gets. For some reason, whenever I'm putting down my D12, it's fucking rolling just a little bit.
So, how are you all?
Yeah, right about there actually.
No, I had decent sleep. I'm not tired. I'm just emotionally worn out.
I heard join the Clem, and I was very confused.
Clem. I had to remix my drink. It's been down here for a while.
The term astronaut means, I just found out, the term astronaut means star sailor. Which means Neil Armstrong stepping on the moon means he's a Sailor Moon.
I don't think that's how that works, for one. And two, the better joke would be an aspiring astronaut is a Sailor Scout.
True. What the fuck?
So Liam, there's going to be 10 checks. I sent you the list of things over Steam. Feel free to roleplay and pick your order and whatnot, and tell me the roll of yours for each one.
Alright.
And
let me open that list on Steam so I'm not alt-tab or shift-tabbing all the fucking time.
Fair enough. And we'll go one by one to see if you actually get an undone or not.
Alright. I'll just start out with a simple wooden lock just to make sure that, you know, my ring is actually working the way it should. 26.
You were able to unlock it with very much ease. Is how I'm going to word that, because I wanted to say the word ease, and then my brain was just like, nah, let's put these other words in here, because why not?
Because we know how to English here. You can use us instead of a classroom. Move on to the iron lock.
Which one?
The simple iron lock. Someone else is on the display case at the moment. It's 23.
You were able to get that one unlocked, however, it feels like it may have taken you a bit more time than it could have. Not by much, but a little bit.
With a roll of 11, that's still not bad, considering, you know, the only reason I can even do this is the fact that I have a magic ring telling me how to make it work. Yeah, I'll move on to the worn manacles. With a 24.
For some reason, the worn manacles seem to have been more complex than the simple iron lock, and you're not quite sure why.
If I had to guess, it's because the inside's completely fucked.
But they were able to be undone.
Alright. Go over to the display case. just go back to that before I forget it.
Which one?
Since the poor display case. I'm going basically down the list. And I'm just going back up to cover this one so I don't forget that it exists.
If you end up missing any, I'll bring.
Modified 20.
You actually didn't even need to break open the lock or pick open the lock as the lock broke open.
Yep. That's a good sign.
Seems the workmanship of this display case was, well, poor.
I mean, that's fair. Move on to the intricate reinforced wooden display case.
Is it the one with the sleeper rat statue in it?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, that was not a question. That was it.
Oh. 16! Thanks, Dice.
Wait, in total?
Yes, I rolled a 4.
Well, you tried opening it, but it seems a little too complex.
Actually, hold on. Am I taking into account the, I only get a +2 from the, Mithril, lockpick, don't I? The Masterwork lockpick. It's like a +2? Yeah, okay.
I believe so.
Yeah, that should be fine, then. That should be right. I'll just look at that one a bit weird and just move on to the average iron block. He's just like, well, okay, that one didn't go quite as expected, but I'll keep moving down the line. Maybe come back down to it if I end up having time. 29 on the average iron lock.
Well, you're starting to feel that you're definitely not trained for this, but you were able to manage to get this lock open.
Alright.
Huh.
This next one is probably going to kick my ass, so let's go complex iron lock. With a 17!
Yeah, the complexity of this iron lock seems to be too complex for that roll.
Yep.
Out of curiosity, what is your max possible roll?
32. For not technically being trained, that's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, plus
Yeah. Just to make sure I'm past the point where I can't do shit, let's move on to the Mithril Complex manacles. With a 23. Fucking wonderful.
This seems even more complex than the complex iron lock that you were trying to deal with just a moment ago.
Alright. Yeah, I'll move back to the wooden display case. The 5th one down. Since I failed that one the first time around. With a 24. What did I roll last time? Like a 17?
16.
16?
I marked it down. With the 24, you were actually able to get it open. Maybe taking a little bit of a break from it and going back to it has helped.
Was the thing inside of it locked too, or was that just kind of sitting there?
It was just kind of sitting there. It was just kind of thing.
Okay.
Do you take out the thing?
I'm gonna make sure it's not actually trapped first.
It's not trapped inside of the Thieves Guild.
I mean, I don't know. He said it was a trap disarming test.
True.
I'm gonna fucking make sure. With a 29.
Well, you do notice that the bottom of the case seems a little weird.
In what kind of way?
That it could be a weird type of pressure plate.
Cool. Can I estimate how much the statue would weigh? This is gonna be fucking weird as shit, but...
We're gonna throw that under appraise.
Then this is gonna go fucking hilariously.
Hey, Tim.
Hmm?
I'm just now getting all the messages from 2 days ago.
Oh, nice.
Messages for what?
I assume he means his phone.
Yeah, my phone is now just blowing the fuck up from 2-day-old messages that never went through.
Nice. 13.
On the appraise?
Yes.
Let's go with the statue approximately weighs 13 pounds then.
How much do the iron locks weigh? About a pound each?
Yeah, actually, exactly 1 pound each. Before you ask, manacles weigh 2 pounds.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Okay. I will put the... Well, first off, I'm gonna go try and open the complex iron lock again.
Okay.
So that puts me at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 attempts. Fucking really? You fucking serious? Got a nat 1.
You did not open up the lock.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no.
Cool, I'll just accept that I fucked that one up. I will throw all of the locks that I can and the manacles in there and take the statue. At least unless I can find up something that opens up so I can actually disable the pressure plate.
Well, did you want to roll another perception for that?
Sure. 12.
You see some odd coloration in the back left corner, but you're not sure if that's just because of lighting or the wood or what, but I mean, it kind of grabs your attention.
I could try to open that.
I'm just saying you see discoloration on the wood. That's it.
Yeah,
You don't know if it's a thing
I mean,
to
I
open or just
I'm saying I'll try to open it whether it opens or not. Like, if it's just like, oh, you just scratch it up, then...
so
I
you're just
just
gonna
scratch
poke
it
and
up.
prod it.
Pretty much. I'm going to see if it's openable. Do I need to do a check for that, or is that just a poke it and see if things terrible happen?
Poke it, I guess. Dex? So you don't accidentally bump the statue or anything too much to set off the potential trap?
21.
Well, you poke and prod that surface, and it seems to be just some discoloration.
Cool. I'm gonna check... Okay, what do these display cases actually look like? Because that might help me where I'm actually trying to fucking look. So I want to look below the pressure plate, but I don't know if there's actually like a lot of substance below the pressure plate for me to look at.
Have you ever played modern Minecraft with Bibliocraft?
No. I barely played normal Minecraft.
Yeah, give me a second to get you a reference image.
Alright. Is it feasible for me to get underneath this thing?
Yeah, you can pick up the display case if you want.
I don't think that would work out as well as I want it to, though. Getting underneath... In order to actually work underneath it, I would fucking... Okay, so it's kind of like Skyrim style.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just kind of like a box with a glass pane.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if it was that or if it was like one of the kinds of things you would expect to see more in a museum. Where it's like standing on 4 legs with like a glass dome on top.
That is for a different test.
Okay.
And with training.
Yeah, I'm gonna look, I'm assuming it's hinged at the back, because I'm gonna be looking back there more specifically to see if I can open it up.
What do you mean hinged at the back?
Like the way you have it, the one in the lower left in the image, where if you open it up, it opens at the back, it doesn't, like, open sideways.
Oh, no, this is a vertical one. It's not like setting out and you open up the top. It's vertical because statue.
Okay.
I thought that was apparent because statue, but it's not.
I don't know, man. I can see him putting a statue or something like that, if it's at an angle at least. I'm going to look on the side where it hinges and on the bottom. Except I can't fucking look at the bottom because... Okay. I'll look at the back and the side where it hinges.
Like I said, you can pick up the display case.
Yeah, but I wouldn't really be able to effectively pick it open or actually disable it with one hand.
True, but I mean, you'd still be able to pick it up and be like, oh hey, there actually is something underneath there. Maybe I could just gently slide it onto its back or something.
True. But I'm gonna check those two sides first, and then I'll probably do that. Also, it doesn't help that I don't have a great reference for this pressure plate. But, I mean, that's gonna happen, so... Is that a perception?
Yeah.
Mod 20.
And you're looking on the hinge and the back, the bottom?
The side with the hinge and the side opposite the display. So
Hello, I'm back.
on the thing, on the image you sent me, it would be the side that's against the wall.
And the side with the hinge.
Yes.
Are you picking it up to turn it around? Are you going around the table?
I'm going around the table.
You don't notice anything on the side with the hinge, but on the back there definitely looks to be a removable wall.
Like a panel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that off, see what I can find.
Inside, you see some gears tied to one of them, which is tied to a string, presumably to the pressure plate because it is taut. And the top of the gear system seems to lead into the top of the box, and you're not sure what that goes to.
Okay. It's to the top of the box. I'm trying to figure out what the hell the gears are for. You said the gears were where?
When you remove the panel, they were just kind of there. They're kind of going up in a straight line from bottom to top.
Would I be able to take one of them off?
You can try.
I think that's probably my best bet.
Are you going to check if they're trapped too?
I mean, a trap within a trap, that would be pretty intense. But I don't think I'm...
We're talking about Steve Rat here and the Thieves Guild.
While this is true, I don't think I'm that paranoid about traps yet. Yet.
Okay.
So, disable device.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just making sure before I actually, like, finalize the roll. Oh, fuck me. 18.
Well, like...
Oh, wait, no! Go ahead.
That like... yes, response wasn't even like, duh. That was more of a, I think.
Okay. I know, it's just one of those things where I ask that kind of shit probably more than I should. But, yeah, that's a nat 20 because I rolled a 6.
So you actually got your full thing.
Yeah.
To remove a gear.
Yeah.
You could have saved that for one of the other things.
True, but that relies on me rolling a 6 and just trying forever to get a 6.
True.
And as far as I know, this is the only test I'm doing today. Because I don't know how to actually use a magic device at all. And nothing else really looked interesting. So
Well,
I may as well use it here.
you have to pull out the gear without any problems. Except for one.
Great.
Yes, each gear was trapped.
Cool. I'm going to get more paranoid about traps now.
Well, as you take out the gear, a small explosion is heard coming from where you took out the gear, and suddenly a piece of paper is in front of that.
The gear or in front of the explosion?
Where the gear
Yes.
was. The explosion happened, then paper appeared.
Okay.
You're not sure if the explosion caused the paper to appear, or if the paper appearing caused the explosion. Or what. You just know something happened because you took out the gear.
Is there something written on it, or is it just paper?
There is indeed something written on it.
Alright, I'll read it, assuming I can.
Well, in general gist form, it says you're an idiot for not checking for traps.
Checking for traps in traps, okay. For the guy who's not trained to actually deal with traps.
And the next line says, always expect the unexpected, in essence. And the third line on it essentially says, well, keep trying. It's still armed.
Fucking great. Part of me just wants to say, fuck it, cut the string, but I think that defeats the purpose.
I mean, you certainly could try. It is disabling the device, possibly. You don't know. Slam, you could totally do it in knowledge engineering.
That's a good point, actually.
You could have learned how the gears work and what maybe some ideas on how they functioned.
Okay, well, to be fair, the way you were talking about it sounded like a whole bunch of shows obscured, but you are right, I actually probably really should have done that. How's a 27?
To do what?
For the engineering.
Well, with what you have learned from the paper about the trap still being armed entirely, you believe what you had found does absolutely nothing functionally for the actual trap inside of the container?
So the gears are just for show?
Yes, and that this might be a red herring to kind of kill off or red herring people that are not as trained or experienced in disarming.
So it's a distraction.
Yes.
Cool. I'll take my switchblade. Grab the side of the string that is not. I'm going to cut the string, and I'm going to keep the side attached to the top taut.
Okay, so you're cutting the one on the bottom that would appear to lead to the pressure plate itself, which you believe
Yes,
because of
I'm
knowledge
letting-
engineering that it isn't. But yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to slowly let the string go. Like, I'm going to slowly feed it up. Because I would imagine a whole bunch of these rely on the string just snapping violently.
Also, that small explosion, people definitely looked over at you.
I'll just let that be.
A few of them going like, what the hell is he doing? Why is he behind the box?
But yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, disable device.
Well, there's another 6. 18.
You've cut the bottom wire while keeping the one at the top taut, and you slowly begin to release it.
Yeah, I'm slowly feeding it up. So I'm moving my hand closer to like the top of the box. Preferably I'm keeping an eye on the front, seeing if anything is actually changing. But if I'm not able to actually get my head around to see it, then so be it.
You don't actually need to see the front, because as you're doing that, you hear a small click sound.
Oh, that's good. Maybe I should have just stapled it there somehow.
Well, with the click sound, the string has gone loose. As if the purpose it has served has, well,
Ceased.
served its purpose.
Yeah.
And it would have to be reset. You
All
going
right,
back around the table?
Yep.
When you come around the table and look at the front, you see that the top of the display case has popped open a little bit. Enough to get, a couple fingers in there to kind of push it open. Or pull it open, or whatever.
Yeah, I'm going to move the statue first.
Off the pressure plate, or just slightly over? Trying to get
Off
as
the
much
pressure plate.
Completely off the pressure plate.
I'll throw a couple locks I've used on there, but yes.
Okay. Well, you put a few locks on there and take out the statue. Nothing seems to happen.
Alright, and then I'll use my switchblade to push open the top panel. I'm gonna stay off to the side in case something comes out.
Well, as you push it open with the switchblade, something does indeed come out. It is another piece of paper.
Cool. More mockery?
Well, as you unscroll it, but unroll the paper, it does not give mockery, but rather praise for figuring out that little oddity of contraption, and now begs your attention to the top of the box. It also gives you an extra 10 minutes of time on the test.
Well, shit. And we're saying it's like, what, 1 minute per thing I'm unlocking?
It's 3 minutes per roll, essentially.
3? Okay.
So, I mean, you've spent quite a bit of time on this, but you still have a good amount of time now.
Okay.
Also,
it works.
if you take a closer look at the paper, in small print, it says this is only valid for one person during this test.
Do I have to go turn it in immediately? Or
No.
is there some... Okay. I was going to say, is there some, like, magical bullshit going on here?
People are watching.
Yeah.
They know.
Did I get the complex lock, or did I fail that one? I failed that one, right?
Yeah, you failed it. With the
Okay.
17.
But I got the average?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me what the hell the alchemical silver fetters are? I don't think I've ever heard of those.
The term alchemical silver or fetters?
Just the whole thing. The fetters, actually. I know what alchemical silver is.
They're manacles around the ankles.
Okay. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I'll just keep going down the line, then I'll start again on the complex iron lock. I don't have high hopes, but I'll start with the complex iron lock again.
I will say, the last 3 on that list, you are going to require a 20.
That's good.
Just based on what your max is. But yeah, feel free to roll for the complex iron lock again.
Yeah, Carm's just gonna take a deep breath and try and focus on this fucking complex lock. With a 26.
You feel like you made some progress on this lock, but still not enough. Seems to jam up at one point.
Take a step back, just roll his shoulders, let them crack a bit, and then go back into it.
Also, it dawns on Cardum that the other display case may have something similar.
The one that was, like,
Oh, no.
broken and shit?
Yeah, that seemed really easy to open. That there might be something hidden there as well.
Alright, I'll check it for a false back. Oh, wait, is this a wall one, or is this a tabletop one?
Tabletop.
Okay, I'll check it for a false bottom.
For reception.
27.
Oh, you definitely find a false bottom, as there is a wooden button almost hidden in the compartment. Not compartment. Yeah, compartment. The normal display case compartment, not the hidden compartment.
You have to get into the hidden compartment to open the hidden compartment. Cunning bastards.
You press a button.
I'm assuming there's no, like, panel in front of it I can open to see if it's going to, like, screw me.
Nothing apparent that's going to
Yeah,
pop open.
I'll push the button then.
Alright, well, the press of the button pops open a small, I would say wallet-sized-ish compartment in the top right corner of the display case. It seems to be held while being pressed at the same time. So it's not popped open all the way, but it's popped open a little bit.
Say that again? So do I have to keep the button down to keep it open?
No.
No?
But
Okay.
the compartment door seems to have popped open like it was spring-loaded, but it's not opening all the way up, like something is holding it back.
Yeah, I'll give it a small tug and see if there's like a string or something that might set something off.
There would be enough of a gap for you to look in there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check to see if there's like I shouldn't pull this thing open in case something's gonna like break and cause bad things to happen.
There is indeed a string. In fact, there are 5 strings.
Oh shit. How sharp is my switchblade?
Not
Can
sharp
I-
enough to cut 5 strings simultaneously, considering they're scattered around underneath the door.
Well, it's more. Do I have to like really pull it like a string like this to cut it, or can it just cut through it if it's a little bit taut? And what are the strings made out of? Are they just regular strings, or are they something like closer to?
They're fucking strings. I don't know.
So it's just like regular string.
It's enough of a string, but it's not like super industrial strength. You're gonna have to have a DC of 50 to fucking break it, kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, it's just one of those things. Am I able to cut it easily with a switchblade?
Relatively.
Alright, I'm just gonna open it until until a string is taut, cut that string, and then just keep doing that for 5 of them.
They appear to be all taut with the door, and
Okay.
you can also see the spring mechanism that is actually pressing up on the door. There's a spring mechanism that is pressing up on the door. That's why it wants to spring open.
Pop open. Gotcha. Okay.
But the strings are holding it back, and you're not sure why.